Hello adventurers and welcome back to my channel. Today we are at Old Tucson and we're about to go inside this historic movie set turned theme park. I can't wait, it's gonna be so much fun. We're gonna get to go in here and see what it's like for the very first time, and you guys are coming with me. Let's go. I can already see this is going to be super fun. It has signs like this saying Ronald Reagan, which was the 40th president, actually acted here in a film, The Last Outpost. And here is the set. Now the set has been modified so that people can come here and enjoy it. And as you can see, it looks like there's a demo going on right now. Let's go see if we can catch it. This is a tour of the town that's going on, and they're telling some different details about some of the places, the buildings, the people who've been here, cool stuff like that. So we're going to catch up on that in just a couple minutes, but right now let's look around some of these structures, see if you recognize any of them from movies you may have watched. Let's start off by going into some of these buildings to see what to expect as we kind of go through. Now, I've heard from my cousin that I have to check out all the different buildings because he's been here before. So if you're watching this, hi John. Hi John Wayne. Speaking of John Wayne, not my cousin, this is one of the films that was actually filmed here, Rio Lobo. It was filmed here in 1970. But there's also this cannon from the filming of The Alamo, and that's cool because of course that's about Texas, but they filmed it right here in Arizona. In fact, as you look around this room, there are several different movie posters, several different things, relics from the past that all relate to the filming of different things here at Old Tucson. Now, some sad history is also told in this building that's very important to the state of Old Tucson as it is now. There was actually a fire that broke out and they had to reconstruct the site. And here you can find some of the information about when they had to do that and which buildings were officially affected. Now, again, this is a movie set, so this wasn't designed to be like a long-term thing, but as people have enjoyed coming here time and time again and bringing their families, it has grown to be a popular attraction. So preserving the integrity of what it looked like during these famous movies was very important. And here we can find out more about that. Now this is an interesting piece right here that just looks like a squiggly piece of metal, but it's actually a lamp post. And this was one of those that was actually on Kansas Street that was involved in the fire, and it was just melted to nothing. But you can also see a little bit more about what the overall fire left the property looking like here, and then also what it looked like after it was completed. And I think that that's really a testament to the people who work behind the scenes and also those who bring joy to all of us who are visiting. We also have some costumes here that were worn, including High Chaparral and Big Valley. And then as we move over here, and we see a familiar face in that corner that we'll say hi to in a minute. These are all from Little House on the Prairie. This case is perhaps one of the more interesting cases. These were pants that were worn by Clint Eastwood and Joe Kidd, and this is considered the Legends of Film box. Here you can also find Alan Ladd, James Abernethy, and also Claude Rains in this one cabinet. And then a little bit more about Little House on the Prairie, which was actually filmed right here at Old Tucson from 1977 to 1983. And it was a television series that was based on books that were written by Laura Ingalls Wilder. And as you can see, the walls of history just continue going on and on. Each one of these represents a different movie that was filmed, including The Three Amigos. That's right, Steve Martin, Martin Short, Chevy Chase, filmed right here in the very streets we're about to walk around. In fact, news stories like these surround the walls, and the more that you look, the more that you can see some of the most famous faces, including Arnold Schwarzenegger and Margaret, of course, John Wayne. We also saw several other very iconic celebrities represented on these walls. These are all items from Bonanza right here, including a hat that was actually worn by Lucille Ball. Now this building is directly beside the train, so as you're going through you can kind of randomly hear the train noises, which is kind of interesting also. The train looks super fun! I don't know if we're gonna get to ride it or not, but let's go catch up with Mr. Brock and find out what he's up to. Okay, we found him. Have you ever been here before?
So last time I was here was 2015, out here visiting America for the first time. Wow! And this place was closed down back then.
Wow. And Brock here is a big fan of Westerns. So is this fun to be able to see where you got to see some of the Westerns?
Yes, I also know some movies that I love that were actually filmed here, so that's very cool. Or partly filmed here, so.
It's kind of cool. And as we're going around, we're gonna see lots of different places that might look familiar. So if you recognize a place and you think back to a movie that it might have been in, leave in the comments below what movie that you remember it from being in and where you were when you watched that movie for the first time. But while we're at it, go follow Aussie Van Man also, because he's gonna be sharing his perspective, which will be a little bit different because of his unique experiences. But with that said, we're off. We're about to go into Phoebe's Sweet Shop, but before we do, there's this little sign here that says it was built in 1939, originally for the film Arizona, but it was also used in Young Guns too. And this is a screen capture from that movie right there. Of course, inside you can find all sorts of goodies, so I definitely encourage you guys to come check this out. Yummy, yummy. Guys, there's a petting zoo. We have to go pet the goats. We have to go pet the goats.
Oh my goodness, hi Piggy, how are you, friend? Can I pet you? Can I pet you gently? Oh, okay, you grunt. I pet you very gentle. There you go. I want to brush you. Can I brush you? I'm going to brush you. Is it safe?
They like that.
Ooh.
They like the petting.
That was so much fun. I love little critters. They make me so happy. And getting to brush them was so nice, but we have a lot of ground to cover still. That was only the first little tiny piece. Now just behind me is The Mission, and this set was actually used for a variety of different movies, including Arizona, Tombstone, that's right, and Three Amigos. Now this is not the original Mission that was here in 1995. This one was destroyed, but they have rebuilt it, and they're keeping the memories alive with this really cool stage show that they have going on right now. Let's go check out a couple of scenes from that, and then we'll move on to our next location.
Sir, I don't know what you did, but it was very bad. So, you're now in here.
Wow, that hurt my ears.
You're there for the good now. You're just gonna be there. I'll be back in just a little while. Don't worry, I'll check on you in a few minutes. Bye! Okay, I came back. I looked through all the wanted posters. I don't guess that you're actually wanted, so we should probably let you go.
I'm a good guy.
You're a good guy. Yeah. Apparently. And you're not responsible for the gunshots we keep hearing, so I guess we're safe. How does it feel to be a free man?
I feel hungry.
Hungry? Well, I think they have some food. In fact, Rose's Cantina is literally right there.
So behind us we have the Grand Palace Hotel, and I don't know what it's from, but it looks so familiar. But there's some other places around here that also are just like triggering some memories for me, including these buildings up here. There is in fact a dentist with a dangling tooth. Huh.
See, there it is, a dangling tooth next to the barber and dentist.
The more we wander around, the more interesting things we find. We're about to go check out the sheriff's office right here, but there are like several cafes also, so I'm kind of thinking maybe we'll grab a bite. I'm not sure yet. We don't have a ton of time and I want to make sure I see everything. There's just so many cool things. I came in and what did he do this time? Sir, what did you do to deserve to get locked up a second time?
I don't know, Bunny keeps locking me up. I don't know what I did, but she did leave me this fancy poop bucket over here at least.
Ooh, it's like the van life of jail life.
I know, right? I'll be used to that.
Yeah.
Brings back memories, you know?
I'm sorry that you're having to be in this place. It looks like you have blankets though.
It's not gonna stretch you out. It's bigger than a van in here, at least, right?
It also looks like there's somebody who's left you a note that says, "I'm sorry, sir." Yeah. Get settled in. I'll come check on you in a minute.
I don't know about the bed bugs in here though.
Oh. He can't get out. He can't get out. We won't let him get out. How did you get out? Now I know why you keep getting locked up, because you keep escaping jail.
Yes, I'm a master escaper.
Wow. What are we gonna do with you? So I guess this means we're part of the Aussie Van Man gang now, because he definitely has broken at least one law by escaping jail. Shame on him. You know, I'm pretty sure that there's sheriffs around here somewhere. We'll find him, maybe. We'll find him. You know, we're cruising along, just checking out the beauty of this place and all of the intricate little details. I found another prop from the Alamo. Check this out. Another prop cannon from the Alamo starring John Wayne. They just seem to sprinkle all these little nuggets of movie memorabilia kind of throughout. Sir, I see that you're keeping some interesting company now that you've gotten out of jail. It looks as though you found a faceless floozy. Yay!
Yeah, I don't know where our face went to, but...
Faceless floozies.
I'll make do with what I got.
You're probably gonna end up back in jail for this one. I think we're gonna take a little trip around the park to see what it looks like on the train. This is a good way to see what the outer portions of the park that we might not be able to walk to look like. I'm really excited about that. This thing moves pretty fast though, so I'm gonna put you guys on a GoPro and show you what I can. Okay guys, I was just looking at the map to kind of get a layout and also find out when the shows are. We have a show that we're going to be going to at 3:10 and then one at 3:50. So we're trying to just figure out what we want to do in the meantime. You can do it, you can do it. I got 3:50. How much will you get?
It's 250.
I beat you! I beat you! Now these are cool because they're all free play, so you can play as long or as short of a time as you want, and they have several other games also. They also have a shooting gallery I want to find in a minute. Oopsie, womp womp. See, they also have the milk can toss, and then they have the ring toss. Now this, guys, is a reproduction of the first Adobe schoolhouse that was built in Tucson in 1868, and it encourages us to come inside and see what it's like. First and foremost, I can say this is very narrow, and whenever you get inside, look at this. Wow. Now the Adobe does keep it considerably cooler out here, but this is not large at all. In fact, this is smaller than some of the schoolhouses that we've seen. But you can see here that this was brought to us as a part of the Heritage Trail. So these are some of the things that you might have found at the time. And they had like this water machine right here. They had little wooden desks with benches. Along the sides you can see the chalkboards with various things that they might have learned, including Spanish. In fact, gato is right there, that's cat. Perro is at the bottom. Yeah, this is really, really cool. I really like this. And of course, for the winter months, they would have had a little stove that looked kind of like this. Okay, we just departed the school. It was super cool, but it looks like a whole bunch of people are congregating, and the 3:10 show is about to begin in the city center. So let's go check this out.
I told you to call me Fox. This here's my gang, and since I'm the leader of this outfit, I'm calling the shots.
This specific hotel might be a little too public. If and when someone sees us, every room gonna know about it.
I swear, boy, if you don't start paying attention when I'm trying to teach you, I'll leave you to rot. Hey, know better than that. Do better than that. I'm gonna teach this bird a lesson first. Come here, sweetheart.
You picked the wrong hotel.
Here we are. Well, god dang! If it ain't William Billy Thatcher, famous outlaw! Yeah, I heard you was still riding, but not like this. You a ranger now, ain't you? You changed all over. You can change too. See, there's always some stuff right to so hard to save you. That was our way out! You two forfeit your right for a fair trial. Come on, Jack, get up, show who you are. Go! I would...
This time, an unreleasing traveled to Montana to start a new quiet life as a ranger.
Well, that was another cool show. I'm starting to notice that the actors are going from show to show to show, so they're very busy, but it's really neat to see them do what they're doing. And it's real stunt fighting, so it's really cool. Oh, wow, guys, we came into here and look at this. Some more posters from the things that have filmed here. Cannonball Run 2. Wow, it's amazing looking in here. This is gorgeous. This is like a little bank set up in here. Oh, look, guys, these are all of the robbers and bad guys. You have Bob Younger from the James Younger game and Cole Younger, and then Jim Murphy from the Sam Bass gang. Zip Wyatt, he was an Oklahoma train robber. And they also have an original 48 star flag, which was presented to the Arizona Sonoran Western Heritage Foundation right here. And then in case you guys can't tell, this is actually a courtroom. It's all set up. It's actually pretty cool in here. The woodwork is beautiful, and you can see the back has the bailiffs and the judges' chambers. There are two little desks here where you would have your legal counsel and where they would have tried some of the crazy things that happened in the movies. It's just really a cool thing to walk through each one of these doors and see what is behind it, because outwardly you see this amazing Western village, but inside you get to see these really cool also set pieces, which is just really fabulous. Of course, Tombstone filmed here. The Cowboys. This is the movie Pocket Money that had Paul Newman and Lee Marvin in it. And again, Young Guns too. The land office. And beside that, you have like a working setup here that would show you various points, including a scale of the city over here. This is another piece along the Heritage Trail. This is actually the 2 mile post, and this was presented by the Arizona Sonoran Western Heritage Foundation. These are things you might have found in a general store or an early store. You can find all sorts of interesting things in here, from cloth and fabric to kitchen goods and a little bit of everything else. Of course, we've been to a lot of different places where we would see how this would be implemented, from Oklahoma to California and everything in between. And so coming into this one here, it just kind of makes sense with the vibe of the town. It would make sense that this would be what you would expect to find if this were in fact a real functioning town. So really cool. I found my patch as we came into the actual general store here. As you can see, there's a lot of really cool things in here, but a lot of souvenir-y kinds things. As you can see, a lot of cute things in here, including a lot of little souvenirs. Now for our last show of the evening that we're going to be checking, we're moving inside of the Grand Palace, and I'm really excited because they have this whole bar over here that serves like root beer floats and all sorts of other cool stuff, and there are massive amounts of seats here. It's just a really cool grand theater, so I'm going to make sure that I get a good seat for you guys.
Unfortunately, Billy decided to lasso the sheriff's daughter last night right here in our saloon. Find your family fortune in California.
Well, I sure did, Mrs. Palace, but well, nothing beats coming home.
Oh, Duke, he's such a sweetheart. Now, get on up, get to. Soon, we welcome you with open arms to the Grand Palace Saloon. Yeehaw!
His mustache was world famous. His catchphrase instilled fear in the hearts of all who heard it. It was, "Kiss these little piggies." Why don't you go ahead and give that a try? Go ahead. Kiss these little piggies. That was wonderful. Well done. Well done. Have you right over there? Insatiable bloodlust. Now, the call of the jackalope could be heard for miles around. So, care to give us a demonstration?
Oh!
Was a woman of intelligence, cunning, and mysticism. She was an evil witch with a hunchback, oozing boils, and a remarkable protuberance of a nose. The children of the town called her Old Hag.
Are you kidding?
Wait a minute. Take a closer look there. Oh, there, Ariana. Hold up there. Oh, well, there's no harm in one little touch.
Okay, that was really fun. Brock, what did you think about the show?
It was pretty good. I enjoyed it.
It had a lot of comedy. They had audience participation, which I'm showing kind of through some of these clips, but oh my goodness, it was super, super cute. But now I'm kind of curious about what's in the actual mine, so maybe we'll go check that out. I don't know. Okay, so we came back outside and we're making our way over to the mine to see if it's open. Earlier we didn't know exactly what it was. There was a line that was pretty long. But along this way, there's also like the free play, like shooter games, which is kind of cool also. So let's see what we can get into before this place closes in just a little bit. Okay, here it is, guys. There's actually a legend behind this mine. And so I'm really interested to see if it is available to us because it's got some creepy stories.
First place, I'm gonna use the only form of measurement that I know how. Y'all willing to risk your life for that long of riches and comfort? Sure. Yes, we are. You're also so very handsome. Thank you guys, I appreciate that. Real flattering. For many years this entrance lay sealed, but as we can see, it's wide open. I haven't been down here in quite some time, and neither has my brothers. But we have heard stories of cowboys coming down here, never to be seen again. Reason, there is definitely something down here. That means we ought to stick together. And if you don't believe me, there's a whole list of missing people in the sheriff's office doing about. But want to keep our heads low and our voices down. Not close till about. I don't see no cowboy in sight though. I mean, it's a hot spot for cave-ins, and it's usually blocked up through the rubble and debris.
Okay, we found another cool one. This is the McClintock Mercantile, and this was built for the 1958 Rio Bravo starring John Wayne and Dean Martin. And then you can pull back and see the actual storefront right here. And it leads back to this section, which we haven't been to, that takes us back to stage 2 and also some other buildings. And oh, I'm happy we came back this way. This is in honor of the original old Tucson studios from 1939 for Columbia Pictures. This is epic. This is super cool. It says in 40 days, without the convenience of running water, tribal members, known as the Papago, use their traditional methods to help with the construction of many of the desert earth bricks that are used around here. So this is super cool. Now, sadly, while we're visiting, the native village is actually closed, and you can see it kind of behind this, but it does look like they're in need of a little bit of repair. They've had some downed trees out here and some other things, so I'm assuming that they are working on this, but for now, this is as far as we can go where this little table is. I will say this, it's pretty interesting to see all of this in one place and how they've kind of set up each one of these little sets, but also how it could still be used even today as a working movie set. In fact, there have been more recent things that have been filmed here, so I think that's pretty neat too. So you can kind of come out here and get an idea of what a set would look like, how they would use it beyond it just being a set, and all the cool stuff. Okay, that's gonna do it for us here at Old Tucson. I have had a really good time seeing old movie sets, taking you guys on a tour, and sharing some of the shows. I hope you've enjoyed exiting through the Last Outpost gift shop with me. Remember guys, we're not here for a long time, but we are here for a good time, and places like Old Tucson are definitely that. They're super fun, they're a little different, and they keep that sense of nostalgia alive within us all. Till next time guys, bye!